I am asking a simple question. Is Dhoni a deserter? Is Dhoni a deserter? At the end of the day, team is losing. 1 minute. Let's be honest, Sumanth C Raman. Team is losing, chips are down. Whole world is looking at you. There's been a fight inside the Indian cricket team. Your name is in controversy over the IPL conflict of interest issue. You're doing badly. You walk out, you say enough is enough, quit, goodbye. And then go under, no explanation given. The whole country will ask, the Australian media, the whole world is going to ask, what is happening to Indian cricket? It's not about the fact that you lose, but the fact that you run away after you lose and you run away like that. Sumant, please accept it.
I agree.
Please accept it. I mean, is there no sense of honor left?
His retirement was unexpected. Relinquishing captaincy was something which a lot of people were saying, including the likes of Saurav Ganguly and others were saying, why
Atul
is
Wassan.
maybe it's time for Virat Kohli to take over. There have been a lot of talk about it. Relinquishing captaincy is not a surprise.
Atul Wassan.
Can you imagine the floodgates?
First of all, Sumant, please understand, nobody's pleading for Dhoni to stay. Nobody's pleading for Dhoni to stay. But there is a way, there is a dignity, there is a propriety.
Exactly.
There is a sense of honor. And most importantly, Mr. Raman, if the country and leading the country has been such an honor for you, don't embarrass the country when you walk out. Don't be so selfish in the way that you look at your own timing. Your own need to retire at your own timing, that you don't matter what impact it has on your country.
Arnab,
I mean, I'm sorry. Today, if an English captain, Australian captain on Indian soil, while they were losing, without informing their boards, walked out.
You're not even answering the fundamental
question. No, but why has he quit?
Why did he quit?
Exactly.
We're just discussing.
That's what. Now we are asking the question.
Exactly. My point is,
Atul Wassan.
Continue to play on.
Atul Wassan.
Anybody is selfish.
Can I say something?
To play on.
Give me.
Atul.
Why are they asking, why did he quit? If we knew, we would have told you before. That's why we're discussing, because I can only condone this if he was injured and unable to play, and I don't think so he's mentally tired. Can you imagine the floodgates he's kept open because so much talk of sledging, and now Australian team is going to sledge the hell out of Indian boys who are going to play the last test match, that we sledge your captain out of the series? Come on, don't heap this. And Gary Kirsten said, I would go to war with this man. And that's what I want. I want a clear disclosure. What happened actually, and why has he done that? If there's something wrong with him, wonderful career, hats off. But why just do this? Why just rub it in just now?
Well, absolutely. What do you think, Gulu? Gulu, you're very quiet. If you feel this puzzle is fitting, because in September this year, Dhoni says, I don't believe in deserting when the chips are down. In September, he says that. And now this happens. What do you think happened, Gulu? You talked about the IPL angle earlier. You still stand by it, or do you think there's some other angle to this?
No, Arnab, one thing one should take note of is that even though the 30 probables for the World Cup has been announced, India has not submitted its final list of 15. Now, Dhoni has made this dramatic announcement. It's still open that there may be some more dramatic announcements to come. I mean, he's quit Test cricket perhaps in the heat of the moment, and we really don't know what is going to happen before the final 15 is announced. We could be in for another surprise. Perhaps he's going to quit all forms of international cricket. I mean, the fact is, there's a worldwide trend after not only the IPL but various other 2020 leagues for cricketers to give up one form of the game, and mainly Test cricket. And this is the first example in India, a recent example, but it is a trend. And I am just concerned as to what is going to happen before the final 15 is announced. I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to have another shock announcement.
No, but well, that's a very interesting angle, Gulu, and I know it's coming from someone who's fairly well informed. No, what we are talking about, Sumant, is the lack of grace. There has to be some grace left in this cricket. No, 1 minute, Sumant. You want to talk? Sumant, when you play the IPL, when you play the IPL and you play the Chennai Super Kings, and you play more than a month and a half of what is horrendously tiring T20 cricket, you're fine with it. No, how come IPL does not take a toll?
He's also led India on 163.
No, how come IPL does not take a toll because you don't have to play under Virat Kohli?
Why are we bringing...
No, IPL doesn't take a toll because you don't have to play under Virat Kohli.
I agree with you. I do not support his retirement because it leaves a huge hole in the Indian team.
Who's talking about his retirement?
The best wicketkeeper batsman in India.
You are completely looking at the wrong end of the stick. No, one second.
What is wrong in stepping down as captain?
Nobody is questioning his stepping down as captain. In fact, I am among those who say his performance is so bad he should have stepped down some while back and given over to Virat Kohli. My question is, there should be some grace, Sumanth. No, there should be some grace. Kishore Bhimani is not just being old-fashioned when he says, Kishore Bhimani, let me get him in. What about grace, Kishore? You know, if you want to retire, please retire. But announce it before the test match starts. Announce it before the test match starts, play the match. Or announce it now, play the next match. Grace, for God's sake, grace.
Mr. Sumanth Raman, I'd like to reply to Mr. Sumanth Raman on one or two issues. The fact is that we don't want him back. We are not talking about what great things he has done. We are talking about the fact of timing. Today, not now. In 2011, it was the same Mr. Srinivasan. It is the same Mr. Srinivasan who said that he will now. Will you let me finish?
Please go and ask the people of the country. You may not want him back. The people of the country, whoever I've been.
Why don't you run an election? Why don't you be the new election commissioner, Mr. Sumanth Raman?
Please run an opinion poll.
You suffer from verbal diarrhea and don't let other people finish.
Keeper batsman in India is today.
We are not running an opinion poll. We are running an intelligent panel discussion until you
the next match. Exactly my point. Okay, I'll answer, Mr. Raman.
Can I come in?
No, what's this whole opinion poll angle is terrifyingly ridiculous. It is terrifyingly ridiculous. Let's do an opinion poll. I mean, do an opinion poll.
It's not an opinion
poll. No, I'll do an opinion poll.
Mr. Bhimani made the point, Arnab. He said we are not asking for him to come back.
Yeah,
he's not asking for him back.
Exactly, because you said we are asking for him to come back. We're not asking for him to come back.
No.
We're not asking for him to come back. We are talking about decency.
Finish what he was told to do.
We're talking about grace.
Decency.
Look.
Grace.
We're talking about dignity.
Decency.
We're talking about national honor.
Dignity of the game.
If Dhoni had been an Australian, then they would have worshipped him for his decision today.
10 years, feels pressure and says, I don't think I will be doing justice if I continue to lead India anymore.
Kishore Bhimani.
And you guys are going on saying that this is a selfish decision.
No, Kishore Bhimani is finding something incredible. What's a Kishore Bhimani? What are you
would have worshipped him if he had done what Dhoni did today.
What's here's a question.
Finish your work and then go. I cannot imagine any country that would worship a man for leaving his battle halfway. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you why. The battle is over as far as Australia is concerned right now. We have one more test match. We have the beautiful Virat Kohli. He has his aggressiveness. He has his style. He is taking it to the Australians. When the moment comes, when the old warrior wants to, like Bhishma Pitama, go back and
who has told you that you can pick Virat Kohli?
Oh, come on, Arnab.
No, what's it? Why would you?
I'm sorry. Virat Kohli is the vice captain. Everybody knows he's the next captain. The moment the successor is there, the moment you are no longer at your prime form for the long form of the game, but you can conserve yourself and still win.
Can I ask
there are still battles that you can win.
No, watch out. Question coming over. Then you keep the wickets under Virat Kohli's leadership. And you play the final test under Virat Kohli's leadership, and you pass the baton and have some grace and have some dignity, and don't insult the country while you're doing it. But he's not doing that. Atul Wassan.
There have been people.
Atul Wassan is contradicting you, gentlemen.
Can the gentleman give me one example of this happening in the history of world cricket?
Yeah, let Sumanth Raman give you an example.
Where suddenly he thought that, okay, there's another better guy. Let me walk out middle of the series and let other person lead. Can he actually quote or remember any occasion in 150 years?
Rahul Dravid told Sharad Pawar mid-series that he was quitting. He quit as captain, but he continued in the game for some time. That was his decision.
Yes.
But when you have had an all-powerful captain, when you have an all-powerful captain like Dhoni, he has taken the correct decision. I will not overshadow the new captain. Give him his full run. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God!
If I play one game more or one less.
Okay. So one second. So right now, Sumanth Raman can come back on the other side. Argument is going in mysterious and weird directions,
I'm not coming back on the other side. Arnab, I have been consistent. My argument is he should have continued to play as a player simply because the team India needs Dhoni. He is the best wicketkeeper batsman in the country by a mile.
You said, Suman.
So for that reason, he should continue to play.
Suman, you just said.
If he feels he doesn't want to captain the team, he's free to go.
No, you said, 1 minute. Sumanth Raman and Sanjay Hegde. I have so much regard for you and Sanjay Hegde. But I must give you the award today of the two most terrifyingly ridiculous comments that I've heard on a panel discussion on cricket. The first comes from Sanjay Hegde. First is not yours. You're number 2. The first most terrifying comment award goes to Sanjay Hegde, who says, in any other country, if he had done this in Australia, he would have been worshipped like a god. Right?
Absolutely.
You are the runner-up. No, you are only the runner-up, Suman.
Okay.
Your comment is your comment, for which I give you the runner-up for the most terrifyingly ridiculous comment of the year 2014 is this: that have a poll, and if you have an opinion poll, most Indians will want Dhoni to be the captain. I tell you, have an opinion poll on that. You be completely wrong. You said that. Didn't he say that, Kishore Bhimani?
No, I said it. 1 minute.
I mean, what is this?
Mr. Kishore Bhimani said, we don't want him back. And I said, I'm sorry, that may be Mr. Bhimani's personal comment.
But I tell you, I put this question to the test on Dhoni mystery. I put this question to the test. I put this question to the test with the hashtag Dhoni mystery. I put this question to the test. Who should be India's future test captain? Should it be Virat Kohli or should Dhoni continue? I tell you, I can bet you 90% of people will say Virat Kohli should take over right now. But that's not the issue. Virat Kohli should be allowed to take over in graceful circumstances. Graceful circumstances.
Arnab,
not with a sulking captain doing a handover in controversial circumstances.
Arnab, this is what somebody says. No nonsense about playing 100 tests or scoring 5,000 runs or a farewell series in India. Dhoni truly a standout in Indian cricket.
Helicopter shot.
This is a player who has not played for individual
Who's questioning that?
He
Atul
has
Wassan.
gone on his timing.
No, Atul Wassan. Are any of us questioning whether he's been a great captain? I'm saying he was a great cricketer.
All of you are questioning that. A selfish player
we are discussing, please.
In the history of Indian T20 cricket, he will go. But the question is, the way in which he's chosen to walk out, I'm sorry, is embarrassing. Yes, Atul.
The propriety is the question here.
Absolutely.
The propriety is under question. I'm surprised. I think they've missed the point of the whole show. We are not talking, we know what he has achieved. He is the most remarkable player, captain ever. But what he has done now has brought him to a level where either he comes clear or something seriously wrong with him. Why he has done it? Nobody does that in cricket. This is cricket. It's got its own ethos. It's got its tradition. No. I cannot think of any instance in 150, 70 years of world cricket where a captain has done this without having a legitimate reason for it. If there was a mental breakdown, I can imagine.
No, I think since this has happened.
Yes.
Since this has happened.
Why do we not think that this can be a mental? Why do we not think that this can be a mental fatigue issue?
What?
I mean, why do we say, look, this guy has...
You're saying Dhoni had a mental breakdown in Australia? You're saying he's had a mental breakdown in Australia?
I don't want us to use the word breakdown. But pressure can get to you. This could have been...
but then how does it not get to you if you're CSK captain? IPL captain? Your body is fine, your mind is fine when you're serving Mr. Srinivasan issues.
Look, there are two entirely different issues, Arnab.
How are they different? You're playing cricket, you're using your body, you're not just using your mind.
The team is doing badly. He is being constantly criticized. There is tremendous amount of pressure on him.
And please,
he's withstood that pressure wonderfully well for so many years. And something
Kishore Bhimani, oh God.
It can't happen. He's a human being, for God's sake.
Oh God.
He's not some kind of...
From the sublime to the ridiculous.
He's going to recover in time for the World Cup. He knows that also.
What is ridiculous?
He's, apart from anything else, he's playing helicopter shots. He's also a great psychiatrist. That he'll be okay by the 14th of February. Fantastic. I mean, this is amazing.
Look, we don't
Nobody
know that.
is saying, I agree with Atul Wassan 100%. He was a great cricketer. He is a great cricketer. He's an all-rounder. He's versatile. But he has done something wrong today.
Oh, yes, he has.
No. You can be good enough to play one-day cricket. You may not want to play the longer game. Look, Arnab, let me take you it as an example.
So don't play the longer game. The country is not begging you to. But play the last test match, for God's sake. Don't do what you did. Don't surprise the country. Don't shock the country by just saying, you know what, I don't feel like I'm going out. Handle your problems, India. Okay, bye.
Absolutely.
This okay-bye attitude to captaincy is dangerous.
No, when you know that the
So what should you do?
and the
What
team
should you
is
do?
good enough,
Arnab, are you saying
that is the best test.
Are you saying that he should have continued to play?
No.
His heart is not in it. He's got huge mental fatigue.
Oh,
He's under tremendous
Mr.
pressure.
Raman,
So he continues to play.
Mr. Raman, stop.
Because people will
Mr.
say,
Raman,
why
stop.
is he leading in the middle?
Mr.
Right?
Raman, stop. If you think, I'm a cricket lover, Mr. Raman, right? But I don't believe in this business. Let's make cricketers gods. I'm a cricket lover. I want a performing captain. Now, just 1 second.
He is shown that he's a model
1 second,
today.
please.
He's a human
Unlike you,
being.
I don't have permanent prejudices.
Arnab,
Permanent biases or permanent interests.
I
Can
don't
I
have
come in?
permanent prejudice.
No,
at
one
all.
second.
I'm sorry.
One second.
I'm sorry, I don't have
1 minute. 1 minute. No,
I want to come in, please.
No, I'm coming to you, Bimal Soni. But this
Arnab,
argument
can
that
I come
Sumanth C
in?
Raman. Yes, okay, Bimal Soni, go ahead. Bimal Soni, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Please, Arnab, I think there's too much of Dhoni bashing and too much of Dhoni protection. What we should bother is that the Indian team is on tour. There's drastically something wrong in the dressing room.
Exactly.
The management, Ravi Shastri, the manager, the captain and the vice captain, we have to play a test match. Something drastic has happened. The board should look into it. Something should be done about it. The captain is left in between. The post-mortem of the captain can be done, but we should try and get it out why this has happened. If this has happened, what remedial measures are we taking by way of management, by way of one-day team management later from 14th February? The board should act, the selection committee should question, and then a decision should be taken. Raman talking about Dhoni and we bashing Dhoni is not the solution. The problem is that Indian team is in doldrums, the captain is left in between. That means there's something drastically wrong in the dressing room.
No, one sec. First
So we should look at that point also.
Why does no? May I ask you one thing,
Dhoni.
Bimal Soni, 1 minute, please. What is wrong if you question a cricket captain? I mean, is it blasphemy? Is it blasphemy?
No, not cricket captain.
Cricket captains are
Any
supposed to be.
icon
What should
who
we
you
do?
worship, you know?
No, what should we do? We should just worship them. What do you want us to do?
Absolutely not.
Why
No,
can't
so,
we,
no,
why
every
can't
time
we
you
question
question,
grey
every time it's
why
like,
can't we question grey areas of our icons? They're not God.
I'm very clear about it. No, I'm very clear about it. Mr. Bimal Soni, Mr. Bimal Soni,
back anything they do.
Mr. Soni, Mr. Bimal Soni, the fact
They are not God.
Mr. Soni, even Sachin Tendulkar was allowed to play cricket right up to his time, dictate the time of his own retirement.
If there was a problem,
that question.
Arnab,
My question. No.
Arnab.
Yes, okay, Atul.
Arnab,
okay, Atul, go ahead.
Yeah. Just I want to ask simple thing. If they think that it suddenly come over him, he could have done the right thing where he could have abstained from playing the next game and then announced that this is going to be the end of my test career after this last test match. He could have taken the higher moral ground. Everybody would have happy. He wouldn't have to play the next game.
One last point I'd like to make.
Atul, can I add something to that? Atul, why is the retirement happening behind closed doors?
Him to do that?
No, why is the retirement happening behind closed doors?
Not ask him to do that.
No, 1 second, Sumanth. I mean, you lead the country. It's a public matter. It's not a private sector job. It's not Chennai Super Kings.
So he's not called a press conference and announced he's resigning.
Exactly. Why doesn't he? Why is he announcing his retirement behind closed doors in this hideously secretive manner?
Why doesn't he?
That's the right way
It's
of
a
doing
hideously secretive way of resigning. Retiring.
Imagine at the press conference at the end of the day.
Okay, Sumanth. Okay, Sumanth. Everybody's wrong. No, what's it? Okay, Sumanth. Everybody's wrong. Atul is wrong. I am wrong. Kishore Bhimani is wrong. Only you are right. But I ask you one question.
Dhoni is a mortal like everybody else who is subject to mental pressure, and the mental pressure just got to him.
Are Baba, please, don't give me this Alice in Wonderland, Hansel and Gretel stories, please, on Newshour.
That is completely unfair.
Sumanth, please, this is not, Grimm's
Arnab,
fairy tales. My question is, just one. I want a question that Atul asked. It cannot go unanswered on Newshour. What is the question Atul Wassan asked? Now, actually, Atul, can I tell you one thing? Sumanth has no answer to that. Sanjay Hegde has no answer to that. That's why they avoided it. What is the question Atul asked? Atul asked a simple question. Name one other cricket captain in the history of international cricket who has done something as shameful as this.
Kim Hughes, I answered that. Kim Hughes. He went on the second day of a test match. It was not even at the end of a test match when he announced that he was stepping down. There have been other instances as well. I can
Rahul
recall them
Dravid tells
over a
Sharad
period of time,
Pawar
but there have been many instances
at the
of
function.
International captains
Rahul Dravid
quitting
stayed
in the
on.
middle
It
of
was a
testing.
private
It was
conversation. It did not happen in the way that it was. No, one second. There is no comparison with Rahul Dravid.
It is on
President Sharad
record.
Pawar.
There is no comparison with Rahul Dravid in this case. Rahul Dravid didn't do this. No, it wasn't.
No, Sachin
You can take
Tendulkar
that
did it.
comparison back.
Arnab,
Kishore Bhimani.
Sachin Tendulkar did it.
I want to answer.
Sachin Tendulkar didn't walk out like this, please.
Sumanth Raman.
Kishore Bhimani, please.
I would like to make two small points.
Kishore Bhimani
talking because
made him continue for one more test.
Kishore Bhimani.
Can I answer this if Mr. Sumanth Raman keeps quiet for 2 seconds?
Yeah, Mr. Raman.
Yes,
Number one, I do not think the word Dhoni bashing is a correct word. Neither Atul Wassan nor I, nor Mr.
Exactly.
Bimal Soni or anybody is bashing Dhoni. We are bashing the breach of protocol. We are bashing something that has happened which shouldn't happen from a very great player. One of the finest players this country has produced, like Mahendra Singh Dhoni. We are sad. We are angry and we are upset about that.
Mr.
And as
Bhimani,
far as what
this could have been
this
avoided
question
very
about
easily
has it happened
if
in
the
cricket,
BCCI
I will say
had
one
clearly
thing.
told him,
I will
"Don't
talk about.
announce it."
I will talk about.
Announce it later.
Would you let me finish? Asif Iqbal
Yes,
in Calcutta in 1979, at the turn of the year, the 2nd of January, the Calcutta match was on, and he told all of us he was retiring after the series. Because he knew that if when he went back to Pakistan, when you lose 2-0 in India, you're not welcome as captain anymore. He was going to do it privately. In fact, he announced it, that I am captain, I am playing the Calcutta Test, which was a dead rubber, and he walked out to a standing applause from Eden Gardens, and he went out in style. Now, if Dhoni had done that in Sydney, at the SCG, I'm playing my last test, because I'm a little weary, and I want to stick to one-day cricket. We would all have been proud of him. This is not Dhoni bashing.
No, this is not. This is Dhoni taking his fight on a public level. This is Dhoni doing a public, making a public spectacle of a fight.
Why isn't he doing that? A selfish man logically should do that. Should want a final test where the audience are fawning over him and everybody is paying.
You see what you're doing. What you're doing is psychoanalysis. What you are doing is psychoanalysis.
Abruptly.
No. See, listen. None of us are psych. No. We don't do psychoanalysis of Dhoni.
Logical.
After all these years of playing international cricket, do you know what is the right thing to do and the wrong thing to do? And today, the way in which Dhoni has got underground.
Why did the BCCI not advise Dhoni? Look, we've discussed it. Please don't make it public until the Sydney Test.
You tell me. Maybe the BCCI. No. I'll give you an answer to that. Can I give you a possible explanation? Sumant, will you listen to anyone, please, for God's sake? Thank you. Now the question is, I'll tell you a possible reason for it. The possible reason is, Dhoni is like a pampered child, right, of the Indian Cricket Board. He has a special relationship. Oh, come on, please. He's the chairman, head of Chennai Super Kings, the BCCI president. For all these years, is his direct boss both in India Cements and in Chennai Super Kings. I think my question is here.
But you think nobody in the BCCI can call him and say, please continue for one test match?
Okay, Sumant. Okay, so no, I'll tell you what the BCCI can do. I know Srinivasan won't like it, but I'll tell him. No, I'll tell you what the BCCI can do. What Srinivasan can do is Srinivasan can tell Dhoni, I also am worried that your body is facing so much wear and tear that I think I would sacrifice you from the Chennai Super Kings in the next season and let you focus yourself. And your body and your mind only for playing for cricket. At least 1 year give only Indian cricket, for God's sake. Srinivasan should say, shouldn't he, Kishore Bhimani? Your body and mind is not in perfect shape.
Absolutely.
Please retire from Chennai Super Kings. So what if there's a financial loss and the brand loss to Chennai Super Kings? The country is greater. Mr. Srinivasan, I really think you should do that. I think Srinivasan should do that.
But look,
in a job that has been entrusted to him, one of the greatest jobs in this country, that of India's Test captain.
Will he do that? Will he do that?
Look,
will he do that?
The role of India's Test captain. Everybody has been saying for the last 3-4 months that Dhoni should be relieved of that post. So he has done the honourable thing.
No, you just twisted your own argument. Now you're completely confused, Suman.
What post? The captain's
what
post?
post?
No, Arnab, I'm not confused.
But he's still going to be captaining India in the World Cup.
You are accusing...
Oh my God. You know,
Look,
Arnab.
Sorry?
Yeah. Can I? Because
Atul, yes,
I am
Atul.
always at the other end of the spectrum in the last 1 year, you've been, after me that I have supported Dhoni against whatever arrows you've dished out at him. And, I'm between a rock and a hard place, and now I'm getting these today messages and that we are bashing Dhoni. I think people have missed the whole point about it, That's exactly the point. He's going to be leading India in the World Cup, and we are asking the timing, the style, and the way it's happened just doesn't add up. So we're just trying to find some questions, and here are gentlemen on the show who are just on one track and taking it out against us. So can you make it a slightly more clearer that we are not even questioning his achievements and what a cricketer. He still deserves to be in the Indian team.
I think anyone who thinks...
Captaining wise in test matches is a question.
Atul, what are we discussing? It's on top of the screen. In case any of you have any doubts about it, I don't think we need to explain. Dhoni mystery retirement, right? Dhoni mystery and the BCCI call. One second. Is this one of those cliched shows about how great Dhoni is? We are saying why the midway exit doesn't add up. Dhoni, you've done great for Indian cricket, but could you have saved us the blushes on this one? That's the question tonight. Do you think Dhoni could have been a little bit more gracious about it? Whatever his problem with Virat Kohli was, could he have been a little more gracious about it? Tell us what you think using the hashtag Dhoni Mystery. Thank you for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.